I would like to discuss another particular event that once again follows in pretty much lockstep with this uptick in labor militancy, if I'm allowed to call it that, that we've been seeing lately. School bus drivers in Mississippi went on strike for 1 hour and secured a pay increase of $5+ an hour. This is pretty interesting. This is from Magnolia State Live, and it details the following. Bus drivers on the Jefferson-Davis County went on strike Friday morning after the school board approved paying $25 an hour to emergency drivers as an incentive to help with driver shortage. The item was approved 4-1 at a recent board meeting. Quote, "I have zero problem with having anyone that is willing to drive our buses," said District 2 School Board member Bobby Wilson. "I do have a problem with $25 an hour. I would like to know why we are doubling the salary for certified personnel to drive versus the $12 to $15 for our regular drivers." According to Superintendent Haynes, the district is facing a severe labor shortage, and his solution was to reach out to foreign bus drivers, coaches, teachers, etc. to help fill the gaps. "There are several former drivers in the district that have CDLs," said Superintendent Haynes. "The $25 an hour is simply an enticement in our time of need. I stand with our bus drivers. I vote no," said Wilson. The following morning, the bus drivers went on strike. A special board meeting was called that evening to rectify the situation. "It does not matter what job they hold. Every employee, their job, and what they do goes to the greater good, and we are blessed across the board," said Haynes. After a 1 hour strike, Haynes met with the bus drivers at the bus shop over their pay concerns. "We are here tonight to make sure that our bus drivers in this district, many of which have worked here over 11 years, feel respected and compensated," Haynes said. Haynes recommended to the board to increase current bus drivers' pay to $20 an hour. "That's not it. I want to make sure I point this out. We have to move up. No employee in this district should make less than $10 an hour. We need to move up from there and then continue to move, but work within the constraints of our budget." According to Haynes, the strike was not necessary and didn't cause any major issues. The parents stepped up and dropped off kids. Every driver drove their route. Every student that was going to school today went to school, and every teacher had an opportunity to teach, taught. "Do know that we care about every employee in the district," said School Board President Shonda R. Burr. "We are going to work hard to ensure that every employee in the power of our budget will be able to get what they so deserve. We are going to try hard." The $20 an hour pay raise for the bus drivers passed unanimously. So this is quite an interesting story, to say the least. So these bus drivers were being paid $12 to $15 an hour. Apparently, they're experiencing a labor shortage. We know how much bullshit that is. I mean, it's tiring at this point to keep rehashing that. But they're having this shortage of drivers, and they're great solution. Their great solution to combat this issue was to essentially do the following: let's offer higher wages to other people that we could possibly bring on, other certified individuals, completely overstepping and neglecting our current employees. But let's offer to these other people these incentives so they can come in and work for us and drive buses, because we definitely need bus drivers right now. Well, obviously the current bus drivers are going to go, "Well, wait a freaking minute. We're getting paid this much. They're going to pay these other people that are coming on double what we're getting? That's not right." So they went on strike for an hour. And apparently an hour was enough for them to get at the very least, a $5 pay increase, or actually more than that if they were making less than 15, because it said 12 to 15, and now their wage is 20. And I have to say, if I'm one of these bus drivers, I'm looking like, well, wait a minute, you guys are just ready to pay 25. I might just ask for 30. You know what I mean? Honestly, let's be real here. But this is what happens, and this is why I want to talk about this, because we've been seeing this uptick in labor militancy, difficult to say for some reason, of American workers really exercising pretty much the only way they have to fight back in this capitalist society, which is to withhold the only thing that they have of value to the capitalist class, which is their labor. They are starting to withhold their labor, and we're also seeing two things happen essentially in tandem. So we're seeing people quit at astronomical rates, millions of people quitting their jobs every month. I think like 4.5 million quit their jobs back in November. I mean, these are numbers that are unforeseen. And at the same time, we're seeing workers go on strike. The most notable, Kellogg's, John Deere, Frito-Lay, Nabisco, but there's many other smaller strikes going along around the country. This is one example of it. It didn't go on for very long, but it's a strike, It happened. It didn't get much notable news coverage, but these things are happening all over the country. And workers are experiencing this new consciousness in which they're finding out, well, okay, our government won't help us, so I guess we'll do whatever it takes to help ourselves. And to go back to that point that I was previously making that I didn't finish, we have these two things simultaneously happening where workers are quitting their jobs and workers are striking. And the difference is the workers that are quitting are leaving one job that has terrible working conditions, lower pay, all the rest of it, that would make a worker quit their job to go and try to seek out a better job with a better employer, only to find that, I might not even find another job in second, or a job that's up to my standards. You can find another job, but you also find that the situation hasn't improved all that much. The employer is still the same. The pay isn't all that much better. The working conditions isn't all that much better. And then they start to realize, oh, wait, it's a system problem. We're caught within a system that promotes this nonsense. That's why we have to continuously deal with it. And so, of course, the route that you would want to go is the strike route, because at least then you stand to win much more, than you can ultimately lose. Whereas if you go the quit route, you don't really stand to win much of anything in most situations. But I wanted to speak about this because I thought it was great. Look, man, if more people can adopt this way of thinking, who knows what kind of things can be changed in this country. If you do something as simple as say, I'm sorry, I'm no longer going to work. I'm not working today. Me and my coworkers are going to stand together in solidarity, and we're no longer going to do the job that you want us to do for this little amount of pay that hardly sustains us, or maybe not sustain us at all, for to do it in such terrible working conditions that it makes the job so many times more difficult. Kudos to these bus drivers. I wish their pay increase could have been even larger. Like I said before, they were ready to throw $25 at new people to bring them on, and they got the 20. But neither here nor there. An increase is an increase, and they won, and so they should take the W. But hopefully we see more of this going forward.